Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Eye Care Business live stream. My name is Erin Morgan, and I am the editor-in-chief of Eye Care Business magazine. And thank you for joining us today. We are very, very excited to have another one of our EB New Products live stream sessions. And we are here today with Rigo REM, and we're talking about and going to see some really cool new styles from the new Lozza, well, the new to the US Lozza collection of eyewear. And we're also going to kick off a very exciting giveaway. So I am thrilled to be able to welcome Alessandro Baranti. He is the president and CEO of Rigo REM, our very good friend here from Eye Care Business. So thank you very much for joining us today, Alessandro. We are thrilled to have you here.
Thank you, Aaron. It's always a pleasure to be part of your great show. And as you know, as you said, I'm a huge fan of Eye Care Business, and I want to thank you for having us today.
We are honored to have you here, and we're super excited to share this great collection with our readers and our viewers on our live stream. And I know you have a very special guest here today tuning in from the mountains of Italy, and I understand it is her first ever interview with a optical publication. So we are incredibly honored. So Alessandro, I'll let you introduce our special guest.
Thank you. What an honor. I am so proud of this moment to have Barbara for the first time really address herself to the North American market in such a public way in front of such an incredible audience. I know you're getting many thousands of people watching this show. We always have conversation about the fact that we are in a male-dominant industry, meaning that a male position in a position of high leadership in the industry. And I am so proud to have Barbara, which she's so humble, and that she always introduced herself as the global marketing director of the Rigo. But it's a little bit more than that. She's actually one of the owner of the Rigo. And so talking about being in a leadership role, and talking about a company that is leading by example, having a woman actually being part of an organization that is run by a woman internationally, is quite of a privilege for me. So, Barbara, it's a pleasure to be part of our amazing company and to have you leading us to the next level.
Thank you, Alessandro. Too nice of you. I mean, I'm really a bit nervous to be here, and with such an introduction, I hope I'll be good enough to explain what this brand is and what our company means in the American market and worldwide. I really enjoy your presentation because I feel that you've touched the right thing, talking about ladies and how ladies should get more power and more visibility in this specifically male market.
That's wonderful.
Thank you, Alessandro. I didn't know that, but I appreciate sincerely.
I am, as a former board member of the Optical Women's Association, I am all in with that sentiment. I am thrilled to have you here, Barbara. We're very, very excited, and we are honored, that you're also in Italy and tuning in from in Longarone there at your headquarters. So we really appreciate that, and thank you very much for your time today. So we look forward to, folks, we're going to get into a bit of a Q&A here session with Alessandro and Barbara. Mainly, she's going to share some of the styles with us and some of the background of the collection with us. But before we get to that, I'd just like to share with you, number one, we have an amazing giveaway that our awesome managing editor, Carrie Ann Ramo, who is here with us today, is going to share here in a minute. But while you're watching here, if you can, we'd love to know who's viewing, who's watching, who's here with us. So feel free to type in your name or your practice name or your optical shop's name, into the comment bar in YouTube or in Facebook, and that will pop up. We'd just love to know who's here. So thank you for joining us, and I'm going to turn it over to Carrie Ann to share this really cool giveaway, which we're grateful to Rigo for offering up for our viewers today.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm Carrie Ann Ramo. I'm the managing editor at Eye Care Business. And this is, let me share it with you guys, this awesome Zillow frame from Lozza. And it is beautiful. I think it's actually in the presentation, correct? I believe so. Yes. So we'll learn a little bit more about this awesome style. And if you could just share in the comments with your business name, your practice, where you're located, we'd love to get some questions and hear from you all.
That's awesome. And so if you enter your name and your practice name or your optical shop name, you will automatically be entered into the giveaway. And we will give folks, because we have a lot of viewers that view the live streams after even the live. So we're going to give folks a full week to enter that drawing. So we'll be drawing that next Thursday. Is that right, Carrie-Ann?
May 20th.
Okay, yes. May 20th. So you can enter up to 9 a.m. Eastern time on May 20th, just by entering your name and your practice name. We will also have a chance for Q&A at the end. So if you have any questions for Barbara or Alessandro or Carrie-Ann or myself, feel free to type those into the comment bars as well on YouTube and on Facebook. So thanks for that info, and get entering so that you can be entered to win that awesome, really gorgeous frame. So Alessandro and Barbara, congratulations on, bringing this collection to the US. It's a very classic, very Italian, very gorgeous, the craftsmanship and the styling is really, really beautiful of Lozza. So can you tell us a little bit about the background of the collection, kind of what is the focus, the inspiration, and the story behind Lozza?
Yeah, thank you very much, Erin, for this introduction. You've already pointed out a few adjectives which are perfectly consistent with the brand. I would like to say a couple of words of the brand before going into the collection, because I think we have to touch this collection with some respect, because it's almost 150-year-old brand. It's the oldest Italian brand in the eyewear. And at the end of this decade, it will be 150 years old. So we have we have a long and fabulous history behind this brand. And it's always a really important source of inspiration, not only for our design team, our creative team, because its archive is inspirational for our team, but also for the competitors, because it has such a long and glorious history and made so many beautiful styles across the years that many people, many designers get inspired by it. As I said, it was born in 1878, this brand in Italy, and it grew very quickly. And in the 30s, it was the biggest eyewear company in Europe. So wow. It was already a status, and it has always been so, not only because of styles and models, where, craftsmanship, Italian style and design have been always very important, but not only because of that, but because of its history, because Lozza has always been on the forefront in terms of communication, in terms of human respect, in terms of having a special eye on people working on it. And now it's quite popular to talk about these topics, but it was not in the past, at the beginning of last century, and especially it was not in Italy. So Lozza is really teaching us all a lot, and we always look at this brand with a kind of respect and with an eye to learn always more and more from it. So what, as you were asking, I mean, all our collection take inspiration also from the past, but always with an eye to the future. So the real difficult, but also interesting task of people working in designing this brand is taking inspiration from the past, but always putting something new to make this collection always contemporary and always interesting also for the present generations, which obviously are interested in authentic and in heritage brands. So everything we tell and we say comes from real facts. It's not some marketing
Right.
smoke that we've built up, but everything comes from real ground. But at the same time, they look into the future, so to give something extra and contemporary. Of course, depending on the collections, we have an eye on specific decades of the past. So sometimes, according also to the current trends, we have an eye on the 70s, we have an eye on the 80s, and of course, we put some new things on top. Of course, the brand was, I mean, at the top of its success in the 70s, where, I mean, Lozza was the brand with a capital A, with capital L, and everyone in Italy, which is the mother country of this brand, used to have one pair of Lozza, and especially one pair of Zilo, which is the style that Carrie showed before, and which is going to be the prize of someone attending this speech. And this style is also something special. It was born in 1940, and it's still manufactured as it used to be at that time, only with new materials. But still, there is a lot of craftsmanship and a lot of handwork to do this style.
Right. That's great. I mean, the styling, as you could see here from the giveaway style, it's very sleek, it does have that retro feel, but it feels very modern at the same time. And I think a part of that is your color selection. You know, it's very, very modern, but it still has a retro feel, even the color. So congratulations on the collection. We're very excited to have it here in the US. And to be able to share that information with our readers. So that, folks, is in our current issue. We have a feature on Lozza that Carrie Ann has written up for the magazine. So if you go to icarebusiness.com, you can also see that there on our May issue edition, which is right there on our homepage. So you can click through. It's in our retail fashion section.
Yeah, I'll share that right now.
Oh, great.
Yes,
awesome.
It's a beautiful shot.
So that's actually great, because that leads me to my next question, because, you know, we're seeing the collection on women here. Some of the styles look kind of masculine. What is the target market for Lozza? Is it men and women, unisex?
Yeah, and so, I mean, the core target of Lozza is the adult man. So it's basically more a male collection, but many of the styles are actually unisex. So it also appeals to a female target as well. And many ladies who looks for a more, let's say, fluid kind of fashion, which is not specifically with cat eye shapes, or these specific female shapes, also look at Lozza as a possible interesting brand for them. considering that we on each style we work also on colors, and some are more specifically male colors, while others are quite appealing also to the female target.
That makes sense. That's great. And I know, Carrie Ann, you have a question
Yes.
about trends.
Yes. So in our EB New Products opener, we kind of touched on some of the trends like the 5-line pattern and things like that. But what are some of the highlights covered in this new collection or new to the US collection that we can look out for?
Yeah, as you were mentioning, I mean, we try to be always very consistent in our collections, and so we have specific items, specific patterns that we keep on repeating in different ways, but throughout all collections and on different models. As we will see afterwards, when we will go a little bit deeper into the models, one of the iconic things that are always present in Lozza collection is the 5-line pattern. The 5-line pattern stands for the 5 letters of the brand of the name Lozza, and it's let's say another way to mention Lozza without talking out loud about the name. So Lozza is actually for a public which is very elegant, very minimal, very sophisticated, and does not look into maybe too heavy brands,
over the top, yes.
Too many details, but look into specific details. So the really important thing in this collection is that everything is very looked after, every detail, everything is very qualitative. But at the same time is not too bling bling.
Yes.
You really look into something which brings immediately style and elegance to your person, and not just being a brand ambassador or having a brand displayed all over the frame.
Totally.
And that's, I mean, the main characteristic of the brand. So even the 5-line pattern is thought because of that.
Because of that.
Yeah.
That
then you were mentioning, and you were showing one of the advertising visuals of the campaign where 2 ladies are portrayed, and we have 2 completely different models portrayed. We have a super bold model in a bold acetate. We've worked on that, the upper one. We've worked on that on a specific tones of acetate. Many of them are transparent, so we have colored acetate, but on a transparent way, so they feel even more light on the face of the people. And we have worked with the metal core on the temple, which is worked on. So you have this line pattern also on the metal core of the temple, which you can see through this transparent acetate, and gives value to the whole frame. The frame itself is also interesting and a little bit retro for the keyhole bridge that brings this kind of vintage style to the mood. But I mean, it's extremely contemporary, and it's one of our best sellers, for example, in the Italian market, and it's both for female and male target. While the other one is a thin metal model. Its inspiration comes from the 70s. You see quite a wide shape, squared double bridge, and it's even this model. It's quite interesting because, as you can see, it's perfect on a lady, but at the same time, it's perfect also for a man who's looking into a retro minimal style.
It is.
That's
They're
great.
both gorgeous frames. They're super versatile as well, like you said.
which is nice for the eye care professional, because if they're carrying the collection, it can be targeted to men or women, most of the styles, which is a very nice feature, that it's, kind of unisex in some ways, some of the styles. So Barbara, I know that you have a great kind of video to share with us, and also some of the other key Lozza styles that you're going to share with our audience through a PowerPoint that you have. If we can just pull that up and then maybe tee up the video. Is there anything you wanted to share about the video? Is about the giveaway style. Is that correct?
It's about the giveaway styles, and I think the video conveys all the history of the brand and the history of this style, which is actually the icon of the brand. It's the style that has sold most across the years, and as I said, it's a quite old style. It's almost an 80 years old style, but it's still contemporary. And what we do on this style, now we'll see how it is manufactured, and it's for me, it's extremely fascinating, but we always use this style to do new things, to do collaborations. We are doing in the last 10 years, we've been collaborating and do co-branding and co-starring with this style, reinterpreted by putting together some features of the style itself and the brand with which we have made the collaborations, or the celebrity, or the concept we want to convey. This year, for example, we have created this new Zilo with the coloring details, and we have called it Zilo Rainbow, so as to be also an homage to this important stage of of our world, where everyone needs to be part of our world. So we wanted to give an homage to that, and we have created this special style where the metal core is colored. And once we'll see the video, I will explain a little bit better how this style and why this style has been made this way.
Perfect.
Great. Thank you. Great video. Very inspiring. You get to really see, the manufacturing quality. So everything for the collection is made there in your factories, Barbara?
Not really. I mean,
Okay.
our company is, very important because it always keeps the design, the technology, everything inside. But
Definitely.
we are manufacturing part of the collection outside our country.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, it's
Um,
beautiful.
I love the
I
acetate
wanted to
laminate.
I wanted to add, maybe it's a curiosity, but I think it's interesting to understand why this model is made this way. We've seen in the video that this model has a special metal core inside the front, which is quite unusual. We are quite used to see the metal core inside the temples, but not inside the front. And that is because originally, so going back to the 1940s, they used to have, instead of acetate, they had celluloid, and celluloid was much more flexible. It was not so consistent as acetate. So they thought that putting inside a metal core would keep the frame stable forever and and would avoid it to move too much. And at the same time, it allowed that to have very thin profiles. So it was born because of this, so because of something necessary, but then it became something extremely special and let's say a special touch of this collection. So we're still doing it the same way, and believe me, it's not easy to do that.
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it looks like a very simple style, but it's really complicated to manufacture. It's one of the most complicated style to manufacture, and we know that because with our production we always have some discussions on that.
No doubt. Well, it's a beautiful style. I know you have some other styles in your presentation to share with us. We see the image, same image here. So this is the bottom style there, that thin metal.
Yeah, correct. This is what we were talking about before. So this style has a 70 inspiration. It is inspired to the 70s. It has a very special shape. And going back to what Carrie-Anne was mentioning, the specific 5-line pattern is on the temple, but it's you see it only when you look it from upside down. So it's on the upper part of the temple, not on the regular part where it's seeable, but still it's this sophisticated detail that makes the difference in this style.
That's great.
Yeah,
fantastic. Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah, this, for example, really is a style that was, which came from our archive and was reworked and remodernized. And as you can see, it has quite an awkward metal structure. It's a very different double bridge metal style with a very thin plastic rim around the lens. And it's something really minimal in a sense, but also something that cannot go unnoticed because of its construction and its particular construction and design.
Right. Very nice looking.
Yeah. Optical. It's a very important part of our Lozza brand, and even here we alternate, and we have part of the collection which is focused on the acetate and more, let's say, bold style, while we try to combine boldness of acetate with lightness of metal. And here again we see a very thin and comfortable optical metal style. But if you look even here, you have to look into details. Look at the manufacturing of the lower bridge, how it has been made. You see, it's not a regular frame, but always brings something special to the, let's say, sophisticated and elegant customer. Yeah. Here it's another example of a combined model. So we have combined plastic rims, plastic eye shape with metal temples and bridge. Even here and throughout the collection, we see that shapes are always have an eye on the vintage and tradition. And so we often have this pantoscopic or roundish shape, which is fil rouge, trait d'union of all of the whole collection.
It's beautiful. Did we lose you, Erin? You're back.
I think my internet dropped out for a minute. Sorry about that, folks. But I'm back.
We're back. Awesome. Well, thank you, Barbara, for presenting all of those. They're beautiful. And I think we can open it up for a Q&A if anyone has any questions.
So I do see two quick questions, Barbara. One, can you share with us kind of the pricing? Is it kind of a moderate? Is it a high, super high end? You know, where does it fall? Not specifically with the pricing, but kind of how would you describe the price range?
Alessandro, would you like to go for the American market?
I might be different. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. It's a very important question, and I'm gonna answer that a little bit more on a broad space. One of the things that when Barbara asked me to reintroduce Lozza in the American market, I really took this challenge with a pleasure, because I felt that the market is in need of a concept of authenticity and individuality. But what I see associated with this concept, which vintage becomes a huge player in the concept of these words, right? I always see collection that there are either positioned in a very, very high level in terms of price point, and they're not easily accessible. There is a lot of hoops that our customers have to jump, huge opening order, huge requirements. And sometimes, it's even unexplainable why this kind of obstacle are created. So we really wanted to bring this concept of Italian heritage with authenticity, individuality, in a way to be accessible to the masses, and not only to the people that they have the meaning to be able to do so. So the Lozza collection is positioned under the $200 price point, and it is a collection that it is distributed with care, because it's not the collection that we want to put in every single place, but it is available to our customers. It doesn't matter if you are in Iowa or Los Angeles or Ohio, it doesn't matter to us. And as long as you understand the concept, and as long as you're willing to really represent the collection in a proper way, we want to bring this collection to our customers and give the possibility to offer it to a wide audience.
That's great. And that's great to know for the readers.
As we say, elegance is not a matter of money.
It's very true.
Yeah,
it's very, very true. That's great pricing, and for our viewers and our readers to know, that's a very, it's an accessible kind of collection that still feels very luxurious and very sophisticated. So what a great offering. Is there a website that we can, or a URL, Alessandro, for the US that we can send viewers to learn more?
Of course, one of the things that we do with our website, which is therigo.us, we actually display all of our product, independent from the fact that if you are authorized or not to carry the product. We want our customers to be able to view the product, so you can actually make an intelligent decision if you want to add a collection. So feel free to browse on the website, and feel free to inquire about the collection. We actually have some incredible incentive on our B2B portal. And if you are a customer of the Rigo, and you actually order the product online, not only we provide a free shipping, but we provide opportunity to double up on your discount. And if you order online, so it's a great ways of really shop at your convenience and really be able to build an assortment that is relevant to you.
That's fantastic. Some very good business incentives there as well with the collection. So, well, thank you for all of that information. And Carrie-Anne, and thanks for typing in, folks, Carrie-Anne typed in for you here in the comment bars the URL that Alessandra just mentioned. So you can click through there to get more information. And Carrie-Anne, you could give our audience just a quick reminder on the giveaway.
Definitely. I want to share it again. Here we go. So this is the Zillow, and it's a flagship sunglass from the 40s, I believe. That's when it first launched. So it says, really beautiful vintage inspiration with the metal core consistent throughout the entire frame, and a slightly dropped frame front. It's a gorgeous style with a double bridge. And I think this one is in beige, so super versatile.
Very much so. So to enter the giveaway, folks, you just have to enter your name and your practice name or your business name if you're in an optical shop in the comment bar in YouTube or in Facebook for a chance to enter. As it says here, our deadline for entering is 1 week from today, so 9 a.m. Eastern time on Thursday, May 20th. So just enter by then. We'll be promoting this.
For entering. We see some people entering, so thank you so much for joining us.
Great. That's exciting. So yes, so enter and share it with your friends, and we'll be promoting this on social all week, and then we'll be announcing the winner on social, right, Carrie-Anne, on Thursday?
Yeah, so stay tuned.
Awesome. So, well, thank you so much, Alessandro. Thank you truly, Barbara, for joining us. We know it's later there in Italy today, so we wish you a great evening. And congratulations again on announcing this collection to the U.S. market. And we're very happy to share this information with our readers. So we appreciate you being here.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure to be your guest.
It was a pleasure being with you. And I'm very happy to have the chance to present this collection because I love it really very much. So I'm really honored to present.
We can see why.
The North American market.
It's a fantastic collection. Well, thank you, Barbara. I hope to see you in Italy sometime soon.
Yeah, hope so too.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Take care. We'll see you soon.
Bye.